Let's go to room first. Okay, I'm back to the room now. Very hot today. This is the second day that I'm feeling very hot in Japan. Like, this is June and now I'm feeling hot. So my manager told me don't wear blazer, it's fine, but I feel comfortable in blazer. But yeah, if it will be hotter than this, then which obviously going to happen, so I'm not going to wear coat, the blazer, and I'm going to go like this to office. Acha! Is there any disturbance because of this AC? If yes, let me know in the comment section. Next time I'll make a video with the AC off, but it's very difficult because the room is so hot. Okay, let me go and freshen up and then I'll make a video on today's topic. So in the description I have put the Telegram channel link also. Make sure to follow that channel, because if you want to see different shows which is being telecasted on Netflix or on other pages, you will get to see that on Ultra HD quality with Japanese subtitles. Whatever you want, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll try to find that and upload there so that you can watch it there. So make sure you go to the description and follow to that channel as well.
कोई तरीका है भीख मांगने का?
Okay, so Krish Rana 3058, he commented on one of my videos and he said that I have a suggestion that we don't know as a viewer how do we connect with you. He said there are so many questions that we want to ask you, that we want to know about you. For example, why did you want to work in Japan? How did you learn Japanese language? What level are you in Japanese language? How did you got a job? How did you get a job in Japan? What was your inspiration? Where do you belong from? So all these questions that he wanted to know. So he commented on my atta making video. So thank you Krish Rana 3058 for commenting. It was a very good suggestion and I could understand that, yeah, how will the viewers relate to me if they don't know much about me. So I am making today's video based on your comment. Thank you. Yeah, first of all I wanted to show this t-shirt to you. So this is the t-shirt that Kusan saw me in for the first time and he read behind me like Nippon no Tokyo. So since then he started calling me Nippon no Tokyo, and whenever we meet we greet each other with Nippon no Tokyo, like that. So it means Nihon no Tokyo. Nippon, like in the past Japan was called Nippon. Now Japan is called Nihon in Japanese, but earlier it was Nippon. So Nippon no Tokyo. So Japan's Tokyo. Japan ka Tokyo. So let's start with today's topic. Who am I? मैं कौन हूँ? Well, my name is Nitin Dikshit, not D-I-X-I-T but D-I-K-S-H-I-T, and I have been living in Japan for around 10 months, and my office is located near Odaiba where Statue of Liberty is there, and I am from New Delhi, India. And before coming to Japan, I was in New Delhi and I worked there for a few years. Then I moved to Chennai and I lived there for 2.5 years. I worked there in Fujitsu company, and after I worked in Fujitsu I switched to TCS, and after TCS I came to Japan. Talking about my Japanese language certification, I am JLPT N2 certified. When I started off my Japanese language career, I started with Fujitsu, and at that time I was JLPT N4, but while I was in Fujitsu I cleared JLPT N3. Then I switched to TCS. In TCS I cleared JLPT N2, and now I am living in Japan. For people who don't know what JLPT is, JLPT stands for Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and it starts from N5, then it goes till N1, like N5, N4, N3, N2, N1. These days, not these days, but NAT is also available. So NAT exam also you can give, NAT. So you can give that also. JLPT is held twice a year, July and December, and NAT is around 6 times a year. But yeah, JLPT holds global certification. If you go to any company and you say you have JLPT, then it's fine. But if you say you have NAT, then they might rethink. But nowadays companies are considering NAT also, because one of my friends 2 years back, he got selected into Amazon India with NAT N3 certification. And as I told you, when I was in Fujitsu I was JLPT N4, and there I cleared N3, and also at that time I did few automations using the UiPath tool, which is one of the tools of robotics process automation. So if you want, you can also learn that. It's a very good tool. You can do automations of different things. For example, if you want to copy and paste data from one Excel to another Excel, so you can do that using automation. You don't have to do it manually. You just have to click it and the robot will do it. Then I switched to TCS, and there I worked as a Linux server administrator. Like I used to run certain commands on Terraterm, Linux based commands. Then from there I gave interview in a Japanese company. So a lot of people had questions that how did you go to Japan? How did you get a job in Japan? So there was a colleague of mine who was working with me in TCS. So she had networking knowledge. So based on that, she went to Japan and then she referred me, and I had UiPath experience and I know how to create bots. Then I gave interview and then I also got selected and I came to Japan. This is the answer for people who wanted to know how I came to Japan. Little bit, if I talk about me, I'm an introvert person. I don't talk much, but if I am friends with someone, then I talk a lot, and I like to help others as much as I can do. But yeah, helping others and not expecting anything is what I do, because I believe that if you help anyone and you expect things in return, then your intention of helping, even if it's a little bit, then the intention was wrong. So I always try to keep my intentions clean when helping others, and I don't expect anything back. Apart from that, I mind my own business. I'm not much into others' lives, like what he's doing, and no, I'm not into all that. Apart from that, I like eating different dishes, be it Indian dishes, be it Japanese dishes. I haven't eaten much in Japan, but yeah, I like Indian food a lot.
Nice.
Now, why I learned Japanese? So it will be a little lengthy answer, but I'll keep it short. So when I was in one of the companies before Fujitsu, something happened between one of my friends and the manager, and when they fired him, something happened to me. Let's say his salary is whatever, 50,000, 60,000, whatever it is. Now if he goes to some other company, obviously they might not give him 50, 60,000. How will he manage time and money for his studies? So that shook me, and I was thinking that I have to do something. I have to acquire some skill, so that if in future something happens to me, anything can happen. Life is uncertain and things are uncertain. So if something happens to me and let's say I get fired for some reason, then what will I do? Where will I go? In which company I'll go? And which company will give me the same salary that I'm getting here? And at that time I decided that I'll acquire some skill, and fortunately one of my friends, he came as a junior in my company and he was sitting next to me. During my break time, he was studying Japanese, and I said, what are you learning? He said Japanese. He said this, that. Then he told me everything about it, and then I thought, okay, let's start with something. Let's learn Japanese. And I researched a bit, and then I decided to learn Japanese. So from here, the next question arises, that why only Japanese? So when I saw my friend or colleague, whatever you can say, now he's a good friend of mine. He's also in England. He's learning data analytics. With him, I understood that okay, I'll learn Japanese, but then still my mind was moving towards Spanish, German, French, Japanese, and other languages. But then I researched a bit and I applied my own mind, and I thought that during that time, almost all the schools, good schools, were teaching French to the kids. So maybe after 5 years, 7 years, though the kids will come out, they already know French language. If there is demand and the supply is also too much, then less money will be paid. If demand is there but supply is less, then more money will be paid. Then I researched a bit on internet and I saw that very few people learn Japanese because it's a very difficult language. World's second toughest language, like CJK. Chinese is the toughest language in the world, then Japanese, then Korean, then different languages come. And if French is written somewhere, Spanish is written somewhere, German is written somewhere, then anybody can at least read it. They don't understand, but they read it. But if Chinese is written, Japanese is written, and Korean is written, nobody is able to even read it. So that excited me, and I started learning Japanese, because I thought that if you do difficult thing, initially it will be difficult, but later it will be good for you. Thinking that, I decided upon Japanese. So I have worked on automation, I have worked on Linux server a little bit. So here in Japan, I got hired on the basis of UiPath, the automation, because the interviewer asked me questions related to UiPath, and it was an 1-hour interview in which 50 minutes they spoke in Japanese and 10 minutes in English, because they wanted to know my English speaking skills also. I got selected mainly on the basis of that UiPath, the automation tool. But here the kind of work I am doing is completely different from UiPath. Here I am doing work based on storage devices. If you search on internet, you will get to know. So one more question was there, why did you want to work in Japan? Actually, I studied Japanese, so I thought of going to Japan and experience how is it to work there with Japanese people, because you get to learn a lot from Japanese people. They teach you so much discipline and all these things. That is a different thing that we as foreigners don't learn much from them, but if we try to learn, then we can learn a lot from them. And where do you belong from? I'm from New Delhi. A lot of people initially used to ask me, are you Tamil? Are you from Nepal? I'm not from Nepal. I'm not a Tamilian, and I am from Delhi.
Okay.
I think that's all for this video. Now you know at least something about me. If you still have any questions, you can write down in the comment section. If you have any other questions, you can write down in the comment section. If I found those questions appropriate to answer, I'll definitely answer them. And one more question that is asked to me a lot, that why do you make videos in English? Why don't you make it in Hindi? So very soon I'm going to make a video on that, and I'm going to give you reasons as to why I make videos in English, because English is a very funny language. I'm just kidding. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, hit the like button, press the subscribe button, press the bell button, and watch the video till the end here.